Taste ancient art-inspired brews and party like it's 100 BCE at the Beer Project celebrations at the Museum of Fine Arts. Here with the details are Margaret Murray, the Associate Curator of Public Programs from the Museum of Fine Arts in St. Petersburg, and Dr. Jennifer Cedillo, Program Director of the USF St. Petersburg Brewing Arts Program. Who knew they had one of those? We're going to get to that in a second. But first, good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
This sounds like a fun event.
Oh, thank you. It is it's a wonderful celebration of beer and art and history at the museum.
So this is not a new event per se. We're kind of changing it up a little bit this year, but kind of take us back to the beginning and why you guys, as an art museum, wanted to team up with the local craft beer scene.
It started about 4 years ago, so the Beer Project is now, this will be our 4th year, and we have always partnered with local brewers. Our first partner was Green Bench right when they opened, and they have been such a wonderful collaborator throughout this entire process.
And you've always like picked artwork, right, for them to kind of inspire and kind of say, okay, how can we collaborate together?
Yes, over the past 4 years, we've probably chosen over 25 different pieces of art, whether it's paintings or sculptures or textiles, anything in the museum, and the brewers have been inspired by these pieces of work to make art.
Okay, so these are the current pieces, correct, that are inspiring our brewers?
Yes.
What on earth is this? Tell us what those are.
Those are 5 of our ancient mosaics that are from Antioch, which is in the Mediterranean, right in the border of Syria right now. Yes.
So you showed those pieces to local brewers and said, here, you gave them a couple of ingredients or suggested some, or I don't know, did you suggest any?
What we did is we offered everyone a tour of the mosaics with our curator, Dr. Michael Bennett. Then we gave them history of the region, talked about what drinking culture was like 2,000 years ago, and then we gave them some profiles, some flavor profiles of the area. And again, it's the Mediterranean, so it's just teeming with really wonderful flavors, like we have pomegranate and dates and honey, all of these really great things that you can make beer from.
My silly question, I'm like, okay, we're back in those days, like we were drinking beer, like, and you said, well, it was technically barley wine?
Barley wine. They were fermenting back in the day, and they would host these parties called conviviums, and the host would invite people in and say, okay, here is what we're going to drink tonight, and this is how much we're going to drink. So it was really an endurance contest. And we're not doing that. We're all about the quality over the quantity, but we are bringing back this really wonderful tradition of conviviums at the museum.
Well, let's get to the Brewing Arts Museum. This is fascinating to me that you can actually go and study this now, which this is a growing field from what I understand, because you actually have some students too involved in this.
Yes, so the USF St. Pete Brewing Arts Program, we're a non-academic certificate program designed specifically for those that want to get into the industry, either entry level, or we have students who open their own breweries.
Okay, so how did the arts program then get involved with this particular event?
So the Museum of Fine Arts asked to partner with us, which we're always happy to partner with in the community, and our students were given styles of beer, and they had to write a recipe from scratch to make this beer. And so that's part of the program. They learned how to write beer recipes. And so they needed to incorporate kind of ideas based on the artwork, the region, the time period. And so they chose ingredients, as Margaret said, and added those into the beers. And so there are going to be 5 unique beers that the students wrote the recipe, and then they went to these local breweries and made the beer.
And handed them the recipe and said, okay, can we do this? Will it work? I don't know, is there going to be some bad ones there that you go?
No, checked it off.
Okay, that could get kind of interesting.
It could, but
and explain how the event works, because you pay to get in. Do you get samplings? What do people need to know if they want to go to this event?
So your ticket includes tastings of all the beers. We have tours of our mosaics, and we also have a conservation lab, so you can see the work that we're doing to preserve these mosaics. And then we have beer experts from all over the world coming in. So we have Travis Rupp from Boulder, Colorado, who brews ancient beers. We have John Arthur from the University of South Florida St. Pete Brewing Arts Program, who's writing a book on beer. We have Dr. Michael Bennett. Jennifer will be there. So you can learn so much about art and history and beer all in 2 nights.
What a fun and unique event, ladies. Well, keep us posted on what else you're brewing these days. We appreciate it, and we'll make sure and put the details on our website as well. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.